who is toxic for you, whether it be your family or a certain friend, you have to be able to willing to let them go. Because with the right people around you, they're going to evolve your mindset into making you feel more comfortable and focus on the long-term visions that you have. And you have to be very, very, very loving with yourself. Imagine if you had a friend and every day you're like, you're not doing enough. Hey guys, this video may not be one of the most elaborative videos going into extreme challenges or extreme business models, but I believe it's a very important one as it's an issue that has affected me directly. And I want to talk a little bit about the two things, depression and anxiety. Okay, now depression is when you're dealing with issues in the past, so things that have upset you that continue to let you upset you. And anxiety is when you have fear for the future. So the key is to win at life. If the focusing too much on the past is causing a problem, focusing too much on the future is causing a problem, what's the solution? Quite simple. Let's live now, in the moment. Like for this video, in fact, I've had no planning whatsoever. In fact, I didn't even have the energy to come and film this. Because some people believe you need to be medically diagnosed with depression and anxiety, but sometimes you just don't feel like it and you don't want to come and film. But the key to success is showing up every day. Even when you are not motivated, you push yourself, because if we were only using motivation as a factor to get things done, we'd never get things done, because if you don't feel like it, does it mean you don't get the work done? Now, on the topic of mental health, there are days, whether you have depression or anxiety, where you're not going to feel 100% yourself. And I'll tell you, from my videos, you may see me as this most energetic guy who's happy all the time, but that's often not the case. Some days I just wake up and wonder, what am I doing this for? What's the purpose of life? Why are we doing these things? And certain other things in my life, they just cause me some mental stress. But how do you get past that? Leave the medication, leave the therapy. I'm not saying those are not important, but the best way you can help yourself is by finding activities you love to do. For example, I'm studying full-time. I have a full-time job, but the thing that touches my heart the most and I love to do is YouTube. And now there are even times when I can't do that because of my mental state of mind. So how do you break that barrier? It's very simple. Surround yourself with amazing people. Anyone in your life who is toxic for you, whether it be your family or a certain friend, you have to be able to willing to let them go. Because with the right people around you, they're going to evolve your mindset into making you feel more comfortable and focus on the long-term visions that you have. And you have to be very, very, very loving with yourself. Imagine if you had a friend and every day you're like, you're not doing enough, you're not doing the best, you could be doing more, without giving them any gratitude, you know? You'd easily push them away. So like that, you have to love yourself and count the little wins. Like for me, today I may have not done everything, but I came in front of the camera and that's a big win for me. So count those small wins and it takes you a long way. Being consistent and being good at something doesn't mean having the best of every day. Whether it be gym, it doesn't mean you gym every single day for 2 hours. Whether it's a YouTube channel, it doesn't mean all your videos are the highest of quality and the best of your standard. If you are in any profession, let's even say accounting, it doesn't mean going to the office every day and being very productive. It just means being able to show up when it matters. And every day trying to show up just a little bit, even if it's not the best. For example, I had fallen a bit ill last week and I was really demotivated about shooting today's video. I was literally this close to cancelling today's video shoot session. But something in me, in fact it's you guys, that pushed me out of bed, and I made a commitment. I built the momentum so well till now, and I was like, just because of a couple of small issues, why shouldn't I shoot? And like that, it brings a lesson for you guys. It's very simple, very, very simple. Even in the days when things don't work out, you're not in the best mindset, try show up. Even if it's for the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's a win in itself. That this thing told you you cannot do it, you will not do it, but your spirit inside fought that, and you refused to listen to anything, and you went for your dream. Even if you didn't manage to execute to the level which you did, you beat your mind. You are the master of this, and when you have that, you can accomplish anything. And further elaborating on this, as men, we always feel we have to show our strongest self. We have to be the providers. We have to be on top of things. Especially like right now when I'm running this company. I have to feel like I'm in charge every single day. Things are going my way. But you are a human being. Understand, you're not a machine. You're a living being. And everyone, let me promise you this, everyone goes through days where they feel like crap for one reason or another. And whether the reason may be small or big, you need to realize that you need to be able to talk to someone about it. So even if no one is there for you, let me promise you, at the barn, Sahil M. Shah, hit us up on our DMs, hit us up on WhatsApp, send us an email with anything little that's affecting you, because it's not small. And if people cannot respect that the things that are affecting you are genuine and big, just because it's problems that are not affecting them, then as I mentioned earlier, it's time to cut some people off. Because everyone has days where they wake up and they're not feeling it, they go to the toilet and cry their eyes out. Let me tell you, you're not alone, because this is life, you know. If there weren't the down moments, how would we truly appreciate the high moments, you know? There's a beauty in the moments where you're beaten up, you're feeling low, you're unable to do things, that when you're able to do those things, you feel much more elevated. Without the unhappy moments in life, you truly can't appreciate the happy moments. And another thing, don't beat yourself up too much, because most people underestimate what they can do in 10 years, but overestimate what they can do in a year. Think about it. The person you are today, you are not that person 10 years ago. In fact, some of the things you're doing right now, a 10-year version of yourself was praying for this. So do be patient with yourself and understand your goals and visions will be achieved in the long run. You just have to make little steps every day and you will get there. I don't care who you are, there is something you care about. Whether it be music, dancing, food, photography, videography, jumping, I don't give a shit. All I know is that there's something that resonates with you and something you wish you could do full time. But like, society has built this stigma that if you're not doing, you know, these professional things like being a doctor, engineer, accountant, what you're doing is not worth value. But the only metric you should be using to judge whether something is of value to you or not is how you feel about it. If you're happy doing something even a little bit, this is me telling you, you can genuinely make a living in the 21st century doing whatever you like online. Like, I'm not even trying to sell you any products with this video. There's not going to be a link in the description or anything, because yes, we have our marketing services and everything, but I just want you to get the grasp of this, whether you take our assistance or not. If you love something, let's take anything, let's say it's golf, right? You could go film videos of you hitting balls in a cool trick and showing your shots, and you will, if you do it consistently enough, build a fan base around that. I mean, as I mentioned in one of the first videos, this guy made huge money for the way he puts salt on his food. Find the things you're passionate about and realize that even on some days, these things that you're passionate about may not excite you as much as it would have done the previous day. And that's okay too. Just keep showing up, just keep being inspired, and get through one day at a time. And it truly works, because 10 years down the road, you realize all this pressure you put on yourself of having to meet certain goals, somewhere along the line you just fall into it. let me give you an example with my story, okay? Roughly 2 years ago, I had no clue what I wanted to do, okay? I just finished school, okay? I got decent grades. And now everyone in my family was like on my case, like, where do you want to go for uni? Where do you want to go? Now there's this thing in our culture where after graduating school you have to go abroad for uni. And I just wanted to stay at home in Kenya. My grandparents are here, my house is here, my friends are here. I just didn't have it in me to leave. I didn't want to, and I've been to the UK and I hate the place. Like, legitimately, sorry if you're fans from the UK, I just find it so difficult living there with the cold climate. So I reached a point where I was like, I don't know what I want to do next with my life. I was legitimately shit scared because society put this pressure on me that if I don't figure it out in the next 1 or 2 months, I'm utterly screwed. Somehow I went on one trip with my dad while he was still there at the time. And on that trip, my cousins were there, and I spoke to my one cousin who's gonna be watching this video, I'm sure. And she told me about ACCA, which was a course through which I was able to work and earn some money and pursue my studies, which would leave me enough free time as I'm at home in Kenya to pursue YouTube. I just went down that path. It came out of nowhere to me. I mean, in high school I studied maths, physics, economics, and now I'm an accountant. But it fit in so well. Now I love my job. Like, right now I've not been mentally in the right place to do things the way I love, but I really do love my job. As much as the course can be challenging, I do enjoy it. But the main thing is, it gives me enough free time to pursue this YouTube thing that's considered a hobby to many as a full-time job almost. Now I have almost 3 people in my team. One of them is working full-time, Ken, who edits and films all my videos so religiously and so well for me. And I'm genuinely happy. And being genuinely happy, as I've been trying to explain in this video thusly, does not mean I'm very excited to come in front of the camera each and every day and plan my videos, and yes, I'm the happiest guy. Yes, that exists, but there are also moments when the things I love doing, which I've explained, it just doesn't excite me. And that's okay too, because that's what life is. We always expect life to be a yes or no. Like, does this make you happy? Does this make you sad? But the things that make you happy can make you sad sometimes. The things that make you sad can excite you at times. Life is not like, you know, a checklist you can tick that it's yes or no, yes or no. Life is really fluid and you need to adjust with the whatever it is. Now, if I've given you any inspiration in this video, the one thing only I want you to know is you're enough. You're doing enough. You're good enough. Everything is excellent with you. Just know what you enjoy doing and don't waste any more time. After this video, it may seem so overwhelming to you. For example, you may want to start a small business, but you just do not know where to begin from. But the fact that you know that it's something you want to do is where your heart should lead you. Find a way of starting with a small business plan, or creating your first IG account, or going online to Wix and creating the website. And I almost guarantee you, tell me, like, actually leave a comment down below if it didn't work. Start somewhere small and you'll see the next step will automatically come for you. Sorry guys that this wasn't the most planned video, but I feel like it was my most important one, as it showed me even when I thought I couldn't do it, I could. And I don't want to elaborate too much and have too many call to actions. If you feel like I'm someone who can inspire you, hit the like button. If you want to watch more of my content, hit the subscribe and push bell notification. That's it for me guys for today.